If you've been hanging around this channel for a good length of time, you probably have noticed the gear that I carry out in the field with me has certainly changed over the years. Now, rewind back a few years and I would be carrying all kinds of cameras, lenses, action cameras, tripods, lights, and so forth, all just for a short shoot in the field, but that's not the case anymore. In fact, when I'm out in the field, I primarily carry my GoPros. Well, let me clarify. I usually have my R5 with me and I'll have 2 to 3 GoPros with me almost religiously. And I've been fortunate to find some really killer GoPro accessories that really make this already functional camera even more functional. And I will add to that there. If you jump onto Amazon, because we hear a lot of the questions from you folks quite often, because we've been doing these GoPro or top GoPro accessories annually for the last handful of years, and we see a lot of questions from you folks. And I know what it's like. You go to Amazon, you type in GoPro accessories, and there is no joke. There's over 6,000 accessories available for these little buggers right here. So the cosmos for GoPro accessories is pretty big.
I don't know where to start.
So I get where a lot of the questions, where a lot of the questions that you folks send to us, where they're coming from. And now many of you know I've been working with GoPros for 12, 14 years. And look, I've bitten that apple. I have bought a lot of stuff on there because it looked cool, or I might have saw some YouTuber talking about it being so awesome and so forth, and not really putting much thought into, did I really need it? And so it's funny because I just gave a friend no joke, it was a Tupperware full of just miscellaneous knickknacks from GoPro. Now, full disclosure, a lot of them I tested out so I can report to you folks. And that's also how I really condensed and consolidated of what you're going to see here today. Is I actually tested a lot of different gear out there to get to really the quintessential, ooh, I like that word.
Makes you sound super smart.
The tip of the sword of GoPro accessories. And so that's what we're going to be jibber-jabbering about here today, is I really have leaned down quite a bit to get this list that you're going to be hearing about here today. So with that said, let's quit the chit chat and dive right into this video. Okay, the first item on this list, man, if you've been watching my channel for any length of period of time, you have no doubt seen many videos that have been shot with the aid of this. This is the Octopad. This has been on my my GoPro number one accessory for the last 3 or 4 years, because this thing, I can't do what I do without this item right here. And look at it here. It's a compact, lightweight tripod accessory that is 8 inches wide, maybe 1 inch tall. This thing can hold a lot of weight. They say you can hold like 18 pounds or something like that. I've never even had anything close to it. I always just put my GoPros. Every once in a blue moon, I'll use it for like a light, or I've used it a couple times for mics and so forth out in the wild and so forth. But it is, as you can see, it's a round base that offers excellent support for GoPros and next to impossible to tip over. Now this thing is full. There's like a sand ring that goes around this thing right here. It has this non-stip high friction rubber bottom, so it stays where you put this thing. So you can use this on all sorts of surfaces as well, from rock, snow, tabletops, the hood of your vehicle, airplane wing.
What did you say?
Maybe not the airplane wing, but you get the point. It comes with a 1/4-20 for attaching your GoPro or GoPros, like a mic and so forth. All right, this video is going to be one of those kind of fly-through videos here, and trying to get a little bit quicker with my videos here, but because this is my number one accessory for the 4th year in the row for GoPros, I do feel the need that I need to share with you how I use this device right here. So most cases, I'm a solo film creator. So I'm out there. I need to be really efficient and smart with my time and how I utilize the equipment that I have out there. With this, I screw in something like this, which of course extends out about 4 feet, and I mount my GoPro on top of it. If I want to be able to capture me driving into a scene, I will get out, I will slap this up at the side of the road, and it will get the frame that I want. As soon as I drive through that frame, I turn this thing around and I continue shooting the other direction. If I want it from the side, up, all these different places. This thing, because of its weight and this bottom here, it just sticks to things. And again, I've had this thing in mud, snow, actually, I think pretty much every surface that you can, with the exception of the joke I made about the airplane wing there. Although if the airplane is parked, it would stick that with no problem. But anyways, this is such, man, I think they're on sale. I forget where they're like 30, 40 bucks on Amazon. Again, absolutely love that. So highly recommend one of those. All right, the next on the list is a newcomer this year. It's the Hobolite Micro and this softbox right here. This thing absolutely, so we'll break this up into two. Forget about what you're seeing, what I'm holding on right here. We're just gonna focus on this part right here. This is a compact high performance light that fits pretty much in the palm of my hand. It's not just because I have big man hands, it's also small compared to my kids' hands as well. Now the color temperature, you can actually adjust on this thing in brightness as well, and has a high color accuracy in CRI and TLCI of 96 plus. You have a removable, bam, I thought I had it up here with me. This is a 2000 milliamp 3.7 lithium ion battery, which gives me about 50 minutes of run time at full power. Now this thing is really super easy to use. So on the back of this here, you can see the easy to use dials that they have here. So press long hold right here. As you can see, it's going to show you what you do to turn it on. Press down, turn it on. It is that easy. So the knobs and the onboard LCD screen really make it easy to control this thing right here. Now, if you want to be able to change the intensity, you have two different ways to be able to do that. You can hard press, and it's going to move it from 100, 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. And then if you want the fine adjustments, obviously you can see you can control the intensity from there. We're going to move this back down to where I keep it, which is just at 1%. You'll see why in a moment. And the same thing applies with the color temperature as well. Just hard press, keep pressing, and you can see it's jumping through the color temperatures. And as before, you can make fine adjustments just by turning the knob as well. So this thing has, on the front here, it has this magnetic mount for quick attachment of accessories and so forth, like barn doors, Fresnels, or as you can see here, the frosted dome lid here, which works absolutely phenomenal. Now, the next thing on the list is a Hobolite light dock. Now, this is a brand new product that just pulls multiple punches. It's a hand grip, it's a tripod attachment, and a charger for electronic devices all in one. Like I said earlier, I've really streamlined my gear. Now, I use this specifically to mount my GoPro, and I don't have the mount on here right now, but this is how I mount my GoPro on here. In my Hobolite Micro, as you can see here, for low light shooting in the field, and I get plenty of light with the Micro set to either 1 or 2 out of 100 intensity. So you're talking about something that is stylish, cast aluminum, Fox leather body. It's IP54 water resistant as well. Now this is powered by a 13,800 milliamp lithium ion battery for extended run times, and it can charge two. So if you flip it over here, you can actually charge 2 different devices. You can see you have the USB-C ports right on the back here, or the Type-C ports on the back here. Okay, helps if I add the cord here. So this is normally how I have it set up right here. So you have that one plugged in there, and you have it plugged over here, and that's going to run this thing for nearly forever. Maybe not forever, but you get the point, long time. So this thing is plugged into there, and then if I need to, I can take another port. So I'm using a special door on my GoPro here. So you can see it has a run through with a Type-C plug right there. I can pop in there. This thing's mounted up here. And so I can charge the GoPro and the light at the same time off of this thing here. So that is pretty stinking cool. Next on the list is a GoPro suction cup. Over the years, this has been my go-to mount for my GoPros. In fact, friends, I have 3 of these things because they are so darn useful. Now, they call it a suction cup because it has a cup and suction. Need I say any more?
No, I got that.
This thing is really great for getting those different vantage points, like looking forward through my windshields, my truck's windshield, backwards on the truck cab, or on either the sides. Now, I do a lot of off-road, a lot of bouncing around it. I've never once had one of these things fall off. I mean, they are... Again, jump on Amazon. There's a lot of different suction cups on there. I've tested a handful of them, and granted, GoPro charges a lot more for their suction cups, and it's for good reason. These things actually work. I've never had one of these fails versus some of the other ones on Amazon. I have had them fail, and this thing's rated for like 150 miles an hour, though. If I'm doing 150 mile an hour in an off-road vehicle, I have some bigger issues to deal with. But anyways, suction cup, must have. Okay, the next item on my list is Ulanzi R094 Super Clamp. Now, if you watch a lot of my videos, you can see I use this inside the studio and outside of the video. This is as important to me as my suction cups right here. It's a 360-degree clamp that accommodates up to 2.3 3-inch thick surfaces. So it's great for clamping onto fences, tables. Honestly, I use it for getting underneath the shots of looking at a suspension or clamping it onto the front bumper of my truck or trees or this or that. It is extremely, extremely useful. Man, I love this thing. Now, it has a 1/4 inch and also a 3-inch female thread, so you can attach this to all sorts of stuff. Now, if you watch my videos here in the studio, just like a lot of the footage that you have seen so far here today, you can see I clamp this sucker right here, and boom, I use it in all the eating videos that we do as well on my other channel. Next on the list is the trusty GoPro Media Mod. Now, I mostly use these because it's improved audio with much more depth and has a cold shoe, okay, one here and also one on the side, which are great for attaching accessories like GoPro light mod or the display mod. Now, there's also you can see there's a handful of different ports here. You have a 3.5 millimeter jack to use for an external mic. More on that here in a minute. It also has a built-in HDMI out port as well. Now, using one of these media mods is pretty straightforward. You're going to take off whatever door that you're using on your GoPro. You're going to open it up. Take note of the port there, right there. You're going to slide it in, boom, close it off, and you are picking cat hair off your mic. You are off to the races. Okay, we're just talking about the 3.5 millimeter jack on the back of the Media Mod kit. Well, this is for those days where I want to raise the audio level even further. So the next item on that list is the Rode Wireless Pro. This thing right here, absolute incredible sound quality. Honestly, pro level sound quality in a tiny little package. So you have dual channel ultimate compact microphone with universal compatibility with MacBook Pro smartphones and cameras. So you actually have, let me pull these buggers out here so you can actually see. Okay, whoops, that one doesn't need to be there. But anyways, so you can see, here we go right here. You have 32 gigabyte internal memory per transmitter for up to about 40 hours of onboard recording. You have time code capabilities, simplified audio video synchronization, and intelligent gain assist technology for crisp, clear audio in challenging environments. Now, stable audio transmission with a range of 850 feet. These things are absolutely, Rode did a really good job with the Pro. And it comes in this case here that when you plop these back in, let's get this in there correctly, boom. And what it's doing here is it's charging. It's a charge port. So this is fantastic. I absolutely love what Rode has done with this. Next on the list is PolaPro ND filters. Now, I've been using PolaPro filters on my traditional cameras for years to operate with longer shutter speeds and larger apertures during daylight hours. Now, with these GoPro filters, rather, from PolaPro are equally as impressive as their big brother, and they are built easy to use and compatible with GoPro 9 through 12. And how you do it? You just grab a hold of this, you kind of pull up and twist, remove. You're going to see there's everything there. You're going to put it on backwards, push down and twist. It is that easy. Okay, next on the list is the GoPro El Grande 38-inch extension pole. What's funny about this right here, friends, is I've had this. I bought this in 2019. Again, as I shared with you earlier, I've bought a lot of gear over the years that I've tested. This was one of the things that I bought when I first started using it, or when I first got it. I didn't like it. It just didn't resonate with me. And so it basically sat in a box. And this past year, I started using it again. And I absolutely love this thing. This is great for getting an alternative perspective while still being close to the action. It also collapses to about 15 inches, but it extends to 38 inches. Now, the big grip also allows me to use one or two hands, and it also has an integrated ball and socket, which allows you to turn and adjust or swivel your GoPro without having to remove the camera itself. Now, often I use this during daylight situations when I don't need Hobolite, light dock, and micro. All right, the last item on this list is a GoPro Volta tripod battery grip. Now, this, I think, was on last year's as well. This thing right here is a great option for in-day shooting as well as when I don't need additional lighting and all I want to be able to do is control my GoPro from some distance away. Now, the Volta is a battery grip tripod with a built-in 4900 milliamp battery. So it also has integrated buttons. So as you can see right here, for one-handed control over the camera. Now, you can also use this as a wireless control for your GoPro as well. Now, this will work for about 100 feet away. So friends, there you have it. You know what? Actually, I'm going to give you one bonus item. And I say it's bonus item because I just got this the other day, but I'm already loving it. This is the, oh, who the hell makes this? This is a Telesin 3 battery charger, because up until this point, I've had a 2, and the batteries are always falling out when I'm trying to charge these things when I'm out in the field and so forth. So this thing has a little lid on it, and I liked it because I can plug it in. And imagine if this was the charger, I can plug it in right there, charge it if they get knocked over. Because again, a lot of times I'm out driving around in off-road situations, things are bouncing all over the place. Having the lid on there is a big deal. Plus, this thing charges a 3rd battery. I want to say I got this for, it's either 19 or 29 bucks on Amazon. I might be wrong. I'll put the price on the screen. But anyways, there's your bonus item. And there, you friends, is my full, compact, multifunctional GoPro accessories that have allowed me to really trim the fat and work with a lightweight kit out in the field. Not only that, but these accessories also make my workflow that much simpler. I'm not fumbling around with multiple bags to find GoPro accessories I need. Instead, I've got a handful of items that do their job and do them very well, and enabled me to get my work done faster and much more efficiently. What's not to like about that? Now, if you want more details about these products, take a quick trip down into the description down below. There are going to be all sorts of links down there. And hey, while you're down there, consider hitting the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Your support is appreciated.